Y'all, the fallout of this pivot shift that is happening, I can only describe this for the Democrats as cataclysm. It is insane how bad this is smoking them, their behavior at the State of the Union address. Y'all, you need to send this one out because anybody who's on Team Panicking or Team Chicken Little or Team The Sky is Freaking Falling, they're going to need to see this one because everything just did an Uno reverse. Literally, this is important. Okay, the fallout's beginning. You can follow me on X at Braden LOA. I'd love to see you over there. And of course, that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I'm not going to bury the lead on you guys. This is too important. I've got to show you this as fast as I can so everyone can see all the important pieces. This is what we're going to start off with. And then I'm going to show you how the ads are already being cut. I told you last night this was going to be the way it was going to be. And later on, I'll show you. But right now, Bill O'Reilly, openly, how stupid can you be? Great question. The answer is pretty big. All right, watch this.
Rather than chance it, the Republican Party is very shrewd. It said, look, the Democratic Party with no leadership at all, none. Who's the leader of the Democratic Party, Cuomo?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. They really got to. They really have to figure that out. I'm not disagreeing with you. That is a problem. That is a problem.
All right, big problem. So we're going to lay a trap. We're going to lay a trap. And the trap is going to be the Constitution, which every elected official is to swear to uphold the laws of the country, which require that Americans are protected by their government. So the question is, put Americans first on the protection list. Who stands up for that? And all Republicans leap to their feet. And the Democrats sit there. Are you kidding me? How stupid are they? They could have just stood up. That doesn't mean you are not compassionate to migrants. That doesn't mean you support unfair policies toward immigrants. It means that you understand what the Constitution says. But not one Democrat was smart enough to do it. Okay?
Bingo! Not one was smart enough to do it because their fealty to TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, overrode their common sense and their political abilities. They do not understand how bad they have screwed up. They thought that they had this blue wave going forward. They thought that they were going to take the House, the Senate. There wasn't a prayer, a chance. Everything was over. Until this moment, and now they realize how in trouble they actually are. Again, this is wild. The ads are already being cut. Here's the new ad that hit this morning from the State of the Union. Watch this.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. These people are crazy.
I mean, yeah. It's already being cut, and they know how bad they've screwed up. They do, believe me, know how bad they've screwed up. Let's keep on going because, again, all the things that we've been talking about, there's another repost of it, all the things we've been talking about are all the underlying fundamentals of elections that no one's really talking about. It's all about the blue wave that's coming guaranteed because if we just hopium it into existence, it's going to happen. This is literally stage 5 meltdown, DEFCON 1. This is really, really bad if you're on Team Democrat because this ad is going to be played over and over and over and over again, nonstop. You partner that in with all the other things that are happening right now, y'all, this is going to be a situation. This is what the Democrats were doing side by side versus the Donald Trump speech, hanging out with the Antifa frogs and then screaming at each other. Two of the most disliked far left progressive politicians on the bottom, Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. Yeah, this is going to go great. It will for you and I, but for them, they are in deep, deep crap on this one. And honestly, I'm here for it because Again, look at the GOP. Unhinged, unserious, un-American. This is the Democrat Party. And the Democrat actual officials and reps are also backpedaling and doing damage control. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is a big part of this, okay? Here you go, right here. Democrats scramble after refusing to stand when President Trump called for putting U.S. citizens first. And this is a Democrat representative I'm about to play. Abby Phillips, the CNN anchor, tries her very best to do the damage control for the Democrats, but it fails miserably. We're going to have fun with that in a second. Watch this.
The president was setting up Democrats in a really simple and easy way. They shouldn't have fallen for it. It seems pretty easy to stand up and say, actually, no, I support American people first. That is where I stand. And we can have a nuanced conversation afterwards if you want about illegal immigration. But they walked into that trap because it was so easy to set.
Well, but that's not true. I mean, I stand for
most Democrats did not stand.
I stand for Americans over non-citizens, and so do all of my colleagues. But just because it's not the Galactic Senate, just because the Emperor says rise doesn't mean I get up. Like I'm a different.
You rose sometimes,
I'm a different branch of government. I rose for the heroes that were in the gallery, not because the president.
But not for the other point. I mean, you rose because and. Thank you for rising. I think in those cases that this is an easy moment to be united, whether it's around Team USA or it's around any of the people who were featured there. But that's sending a message that you agree with the statement or the sentiment, and you chose not to stand.
Well, I'm sure if Joe Biden told Republicans to rise, they would have leapt from their seats.
But to that point, doesn't that happen at every single State of the Union address? The president says something innocuous. The party that is the opposite party doesn't stand. That happens every single year.
Yeah, but I don't feel like
this.
I don't feel like these shouting matches.
That little last part, we're going to hit that, and then I'm going to get back to the representative, okay? Because the Democrats know how screwed they are on this. They are in deep, deep crap. Okay. Here's why this is so important, and what Abby Phillips from CNN is attempting to do is downplay it as completely normal. This always happens. No. There's a very important and distinct difference on this, and I'm going to lay it out for you. Normally, they do policy statements. They do different things of preference that are catered to their side, that are red meat for their side, but the other side is not going to correlate support for. That's normal. What's not normal, and this is the key point, when a president says, stand up if you believe that American citizens should go first before illegal immigrants. That was a direct challenge to one of their main principles of the whole illegal immigration. It's a touchy subject. It puts them in an uncomfortable spot. Not a single one of them decided to stand up because they were told, do not react. Do not do anything. You do not stand. You do not clap. You don't do anything against this man. Right? So when they just sat there and stayed down, this is going to haunt them for 8, 10, 12, 13 months. This is going to haunt them into 2028. This is equivalent to when Donald Trump put out the ad that said, Kamala Harris is for they, them, I'm for you. Same concept. The Democrats are putting illegal immigrants before American citizens by not standing. Okay? Now let's go to the other part of that clip, which is really important. So that's how we nuke Abby Phillips on that one, because that is a stupid attempt to whitewash the Democrats' behavior on this. But now let's go back to the other thing that Representative Moskowitz said. He said that, well, just because the emperor says rise doesn't mean I rise. Okay, so you're not rising, but you did rise for the Olympics team, but you didn't rise for this one. It's almost like it's a sticky situation and you thought it was going to go better than you did and you didn't know what to do. So then he goes back to the deflection. I'm sure if Joe Biden said, oh, all Republicans stand up, they would have. Not what happened here, and it doesn't matter at all. The point is, in this moment, you guys look like absolute un-American, complete and total obstructionist, pity party, pouting little babies. That's what you look like. And it's going to continue to be that way because these ads are going to hit and hit and hit and hit. Every single state level rep is going to play this because it works across all Democrats. The entire Democrat Party either abstained from the vote, from the State of the Union, or was doing this. There's no escaping it. That's why this is so egregiously bad. Let's keep on going. Again, I'm telling you guys, this is a pivotal moment. And if you don't believe me, Look what happens on CNN right here. CNN was forced to admit that President Trump surged plus 10 points during his address. Listen to this.
Direction. And look at the growth President Trump made over the speech. So pre-speech, it was 54% of speech watchers said his policies will move the U.S. in the right direction. After the speech, that number goes up 10 percentage points. So Donald Trump made some progress with people watching the speech from their pre-speech expectations to what they saw in the speech itself. And that 64% number, that's pretty much in range across all of his State of the Union addresses. In his first term, last year, the joint session, that's about what we've seen. Is roughly 2/3 have walked away from his speeches thinking he's going to move it in the right direction.
So a lot of red meat for the base.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. If you're a Republican on the ballot in 2026, I think you leave this speech being as happy as you could possibly be that he sort of stuck to the script on the economy, he gave red meat to the base on immigration, and they can leave the hall tonight and sort of take that out on the campaign trail.
Yeah, they're going to take that out on the campaign trail. And you know what else they're going to take out on the campaign trail? Exactly what we were talking about last night in the live stream. Republicans are for you. Look at the Democrats. Y'all, I'm telling you, that is a ad from heaven, manna from heaven. That is why we're talking about this right here. Right direction goes up 10 points after Donald Trump gives the State of the Union address, of which the Democrats completely and totally dropped the ball. I mean, like, cataclysmically bad. This is a big moment, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I'll see you on the next one. There's so much content. I genuinely don't have enough spots, but we're going to somehow get through it. I'll see you on the next one.